I'm not disturbing you, am I?
No, of course not. Of course not. Come in. It was very sweet of you to send up the breakfast tray. Thank you.
Well, it was the very least I could do after what you've been through. Did you sleep well?
Yes, I slept very well, thank you. I was just about to get dressed and come downstairs.
Oh, good. Well, before you do, I'd like to have a word with you, please. About Jeremy. Well, Erica, you have to understand that... Well, you see, the Mounties had called off the search and we'd given up hope. Jeremy and I thought you were dead.
Natalie, I told you to spare Erica this.
Spare me what?
I think she has a right to know.
Then I'll tell her.
Tell me what?
Just that my behavior was desperate. Honey, you were lost on top of the mountain. The temperature was dropping. And everyone around me was telling me that there was no more hope. I was frantic. So I dragged Larry out in the worst of it. We camped halfway up the face of the mountain, searching by torchlight. I was like a madman. I knew you were there somewhere, but I couldn't find you. And then the blizzard started, and Larry had to knock me out to bring me back home. He's downstairs, you can ask him. I lost control, darling. And Natalie was concerned about my sanity.
Well, yes. Jeremy seemed to have reverted to his former self.
I'm fine now that you're safe.
Oh. Well, you see, darling, I knew that you were going to be crazy out of your mind with worry for me. I knew that, and that's why I forced Peyton to take me into town. Because I wanted to let you know that I was fine. But you see, Natalie, Jeremy was right. I was alive. He always knows when I need him, because he loves me. And I love you.
Oh, Natalie, I almost forgot. Your mother told me to tell you that she's waiting for you downstairs.
I wasn't, but I'm glad you're here. Honey, is everything all right? Jeremy went rushing off.
Oh, everything's fine, Mother. Really? Where's Mrs. Tyler?
Well, she's upstairs calling her husband, I think. Now, honey, I don't mean to pry, but I can't help but worry.
I'm fine, Mother. Really.
Baby, you know that all I have ever wanted for you has been a nice home and financial security and someone to make you happy.
Alex gave me all of that, as you well know. Now, of course, now that he's gone, there will be a period of adjustment.
He provided for you?
Yes, of course.
Now, I only ask this because you know how sticky things like this can get. Now, if somebody disputes the claim, Jeremy, for instance.
Oh, Jeremy doesn't care anything about money.
Well, I just thought that maybe that was why you did it.
Did what, Mother?
Slept with him. Had relations. Oh, I don't know what you young people call it nowadays.
Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, Jeremy was talking about it with his friend with that earring, the young man with the earring. I thought you might be worried about the will. Now, you are sure that Alexander didn't leave something for Jeremy, part of the property, the house? He was a hard man, but he wasn't cold. He would not have neglected his son.
Did Jeremy actually say we slept together?
Well, no, his friend said it, actually, but that didn't surprise me. You making up for lost time with such a virile young man.
Mother, this is Alexander's house.
Well, not anymore, it isn't. You are crazy in love with Jeremy still, aren't you?
Jeremy's in love with Erica.
So? You're just going to give up?
The way he looked at me just now, he'd kill me before he'd let me disillusion his little princess. You know, I don't understand it, Mother. She's a shrewd businesswoman, yes, with an attractive face, but that's all, and he treats her as if she were God's most gifted creature. It's embarrassing to watch.
Oh, Natalie, baby, you are just as beautiful and just as fascinating and just as powerful as Erica Kane. But you have never been patient even as a child. Now, you just take a little advice from your old mama.
Excuse me, Natalie, I'd like a word with you. Now.
Angry, Jeremy. You're the one who's always insisting on honesty.
All you want to do is make trouble. That's all that goes on in that little head of yours.
Well, don't you think Erica deserves to know everything there is to know about the man she loves?
What Erica deserves from you is silence. Man, I should have killed you on that wedding night when I found you in bed with my father.
Jeremy!
God, why did you do it? Why did you?
Thank you.
I'm protecting Jeremy, not you. You probably had it coming. I just don't want to see him get into any trouble. Are you okay, buddy?
I'm fine, thank
What's
you.
going on?
Let me tell you something, Natalie. Erica will know the truth because I'm going to tell her.
Wait a minute. You really think Erica can handle that now?
Jeremy would only want a woman who would believe in him despite his weaknesses.
Exactly. And Erica does, so why don't you give up? Our love is stronger than any kind of evil you can imagine. May I come in?
Of course. Sorry I've been so lazy. I meant to come down and join the rest of you.
You rest here as long as you want.
No, I'm not tired.
What is it, then?
You know me too well. Your father, Lord rest his soul, your father told me something before all this happened. He told me something about you. He told me that you tried to kill him. That you walked into his room one night, his and Natalie's bedroom, and you just...
And I aimed a shotgun at him.
You would have actually killed him?
Yes. I would have. Until I had him in my sights. But then he looked so pathetic and arrogant, even in his sleep. So I left Canada. Went as far as I could. And I used my violent temper to fight other people's wars.
Natalie implied that your violent temper, that's the term she used too, had resurfaced when you thought that I was dead.
Don't listen to Natalie.
I hate to think there are parts of your life I don't know. Please go on.
Well, I think any man, anyone actually, has potential to do just about anything. I was very much in love with Natalie. I've been out of the house for most of the afternoon, and when I came back, Summers have asked me to join him in his quarters. I thought that father had sacked him and he was coming to me for help. But no. Summers locked the door and told me that father and Natalie were married. I broke into the gun case and I headed for the cabin. I wanted to kill him. I really did. I couldn't. Even though that I had all that hatred inside of me, there was still some sparkle of caring. And he was still my father. And you see, over the years, I've learned to understand and even admire him. But you believe that my mother actually loved him?
And so does her son.